If there were a magic pill that could help you walk stronger, fall less, bounce back faster from illness, and maybe even dodge a hospital bed or two, older adults would be lining up faster than early birds at a pancake buffet. But what if that pill already exists, and it's slippery, fishy, and hiding in the vitamin aisle? Yes, we're talking about omega-3 fatty acids, the longtime darling of cardiovascular health that's now getting a second wind as a potential shield against the creeping specter of frailty. And by frailty, we don't mean just needing a hand to open a pickle jar. We mean the full package: muscle loss, exhaustion, slower walking, increased falls, and poor recovery after stress or illness. Basically the body's version of Windows XP trying to run modern software. So, the million-dollar question: can a daily omega-3 supplement actually delay or reduce frailty in seniors? Let's break down the science and find out if this fishy capsule deserves a spot next to your morning coffee, or if it's just overpriced hope in a gel casing. First, let's start with what omega-3s are doing on the inside. The big players here are EPA, eicosapentaenoic acid, and DHA, docosahexaenoic acid. These aren't just fancy Scrabble words. They're anti-inflammatory powerhouses that integrate into cell membranes, modulate gene expression, and whisper sweet nothings to aging muscles, joints, and nerves. The theory is simple: if you can cool chronic inflammation and keep cells communicating well, you may be able to prevent some of the slow-motion unraveling we call frailty. Now, onto the evidence, and spoiler alert, it's growing faster than a teenager on creatine. In the landmark Vitality Substudy, a spin-off of the Giant Vital trial, researchers looked at over 25,000 people over age 50 taking 1 gram of omega-3s daily. While the parent study focused on heart outcomes, the aging-focused subgroup found something curious. Those with low baseline omega-3 levels who started supplementation showed improved physical function scores over time, especially in grip strength and walking speed, two key markers of frailty. It's like giving their mitochondria a mild motivational speech. But things get juicier with the DO Health trial, a European megastudy with over 2,000 older adults, ages 70 plus, who were given daily omega-3s, 1G, vitamin D, 2,000 IU, and a gentle exercise program. When they sliced the data, they saw that omega-3 users experienced a 42% lower risk of frailty progression compared to placebo. And no, this wasn't because the omega-3s were making people suddenly crave leg day. It was because muscle mass was preserved, inflammation was lowered, and balance subtly improved. The researchers didn't yell, "Miracle." But they definitely whispered, "Very interesting." Still not impressed? A 2020 meta-analysis in Clinical Nutrition pooled 10 randomized trials and found that omega-3 supplementation significantly improved muscle strength and reduced markers of sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss, especially when paired with resistance training. It's the ultimate senior tag team: fish oil and a couple of dumbbells. Forget protein shakes that taste like cardboard. This combo actually works at the cellular level. And let's talk about hospitalizations. Older adults who fall often end up in the ER or stuck in a hospital bed longer than they'd like. Some studies, including one from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, show that omega-3s may speed up recovery after hospitalization, reduce muscle wasting in bedbound patients, and even support better outcomes after surgery or illness. Less inflammation means faster healing, better mobility, and lower risk of being caught in the vicious cycle of illness, frailty, hospitalization repeat. So, is it all sunshine and sardines? Not quite. Some trials have found no major effects on frailty when omega-3s are used alone, especially if the person is already active or eating a good diet. Also, the dose matters. Higher EPA content, around 1g/day, seems to be the sweet spot. Lower doses may be better than nothing, but won't set off molecular fireworks. Timing also matters. Start too late, say, when you're already quite frail, and it may be like trying to patch a leaky boat with chewing gum. Start earlier, and you might just delay the whole frailty cascade by a few graceful years. In the end, while omega-3s are going to turn you into a breakdancer or cure aging overnight, the evidence is steadily pointing toward yes, they help, especially if you take them consistently, early enough, and ideally with exercise. It's like retirement planning for your muscles. Invest regularly, don't expect instant results, and check in with your future self every decade or so. So, can a pill delay frailty? Maybe not alone, but a daily omega 3 capsule looks less like snake oil and more like a quiet bodyguard, cushioning your decline, preserving your strength, and maybe, just maybe, keeping you out of the hospital and on your feet a little longer. Not bad for something that smells vaguely like salmon burps.